And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Robert Kelly.
The look of love. That's the look. That's the look. The look of love.
Who is this again?
ABC.
ABC. What was that an acronym for?
Not another bad creation. That was a bunch of black children.
Already been chewed.
That's not what it for, Lou.
Could
you
be.
son of a bitch.
I hear it.
No.
Right here.
That's going to be too much. Just type in ABC band wiki. Boop-a-doop. There we go. That's the look.
That's the look.
The look of love.
That's the look.
From
I love
Sheffield. Let's see.
I love when they tell the story over the song. Brothers!
Why
This is my favorite part right here. Right here. Ready? Right here. Ready? Hooray! Right here. Yippee! Yeah! Yippee! Yeah! Who doesn't like that?
That wasn't bad. I liked it a lot. I liked you doing it. I may have liked you doing it more than anything else involved in that. Why won't they just say?
You don't say, right?
Look up just the question. What does the band ABC stand for? It's going to be like, Palestine. What is it? It stands for Palestine.
Are they another bad creation?
No, that's definitely...
one.
That's the one in the 90s. They swing their beat at the playground, you know? Are you too old for that?
I'm a little too old for that.
Aisha?
Oh, I love Aisha.
Aisha was a great song. But it's really funny to watch. It was so adorable because first let's introduce our guest. By the way, he's got a new special out right now. Reasons Man is streaming.
Reasonable Man.
Wow, what a failure! You know what, dude? What
Christine?
a failure!
How? She put this in here?
You can put it from home, yeah.
Wow, he just threw her under the bus. She's sick. She has no Pivens at all.
God, that would be a horrible name. Reasons Man.
Reasons Man. Yeah. Why are you doing this?
Reasons Man.
Although it's not a bad title if it was using the special properly. Reasonable Man is the new special. It's streaming right now on YouTube, and he's going to be at the Comedy Connection in Providence, Rhode Island, November 22nd and 23rd. Go to paulvirzi.com for tickets, everybody. You know him as the co-host of Bone to Pick with our very own, the great Robert Kelly. It's the hilarious Paul Virzi in the house.
Guys?
What's up, buddy?
That was a failure on not your part, on their part.
What?
That wasn't you failing on the intro.
Reasonable Man?
Yeah, it was
No,
written.
I read exactly what was written.
His intro nailed it.
Yeah, okay. Well, he always fucks with me.
Oh.
Well, Bobby does not. Bobby gives intros like a panicking.
Let me try. Can I try?
Like a college show.
Can I try?
Sure.
Hey, all right, let's introduce our guest here. He is the amazing Paul Virzi.
No, it's the immediate thing you do wrong every time.
Tell me.
Look how cool. You know, when we start the show, sometimes I say this is planned coolness. You know what I mean? Sometimes we start the show and I just come in with a sentence. No, not even like a "What's up?" I just go, you know, Bobby, this song always makes me think about whatever. We're just already talking. We're already going. So this is a good, out of the blue. The new special is called Reasonable Man, streaming right now on YouTube, everybody. You can catch him all over the road. November 22nd and 23rd, he's going to be in Providence, Rhode Island. Everybody, how about it for the hilarious Paul Virzi?
Let me try it again. Let me just try one more time. Ready?
You go. Paul Virzi's
No,
YouTube
no,
special.
it's not what I did. I'm going to try right now.
I do a show with him.
I'm going to nail it right now. Ready? Ladies and gentlemen. Nope. Okay, wait 1 second. Here we go. Play that music again. That got me pumped up. Ready? Go. This new special, Reasonable Man, is out right now on YouTube. You can go watch it today, and I suggest you do. He's going to be at the Comedy Connection in Providence, Rhode Island, November 22nd.
If you were going to do the I guess you do thing, but stop the music, Lou. If you're going to do it and you really do want to do it, you got to bang the things out. Reasonable Man's the new special, everybody. You can catch him live on the road. He's going to be in Providence. These dates. If you want to do the dates first, you can go, hey, he's going to be in Providence, Rhode Island, November 22nd, 23rd. And the new special, Reasonable Man, if you haven't checked it out, check it out right now on YouTube.
Dude, that's smooth.
Paul Virzi.
That's
Try it
smooth.
one more time.
Come over here with me for a second?
Yeah.
Can you come over here? Because there's some controversy right now going on.
Uh-oh.
There's some controversy going on with Reasons, man. Okay. Come over here.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, wait, was it me?
here's what's going on here. So you're gonna see this.
Oh, shit.
And you see this is sent here,
Oh,
right?
no,
And
no.
sent too.
Christine, yes, Christine.
And then this is the
Just some reasons.
Reasons,
Man.
Sent.
From
This is Paul
Christine.
sent to
Yeah.
Christine.
Paul,
Christine,
it's actually.
Christine was probably
buddy.
thinking to herself, like, what a dumb fucking
This is going to affect Bone to Pick.
This is checking
This is going to affect Bone
I'm
to
sorry, Christine.
This is
I mean,
It's my
I'll
fault.
be right back. I'll be right back.
No, it's my fault. I'm sorry. I did it. You know what? I did it in a rush late. It's my fault. I apologize. I take it back.
No.
Christine wouldn't have done that. It was
No,
me.
you,
What?
like a typical
I rushed.
Ginzo,
Okay.
let somebody else take a hit for you.
I didn't know.
You
let
farmed it out.
You let Christine take a hot one in the chest.
Christine, it's on me. I'm sorry.
But you knew it was on you.
What?
No,
I didn't. No, I didn't.
You wrote it.
I wouldn't. I
I'll
didn't
tell you
realize
what
it was
happened.
a typo. It was a.
It's a typo from you.
Bobby, but no one's understanding what's happening. It's me and you had a little confab over here.
Yeah.
But what happens was Black Lou was so excited to show, by the way. He loves taking a white man down.
Oh yeah.
Especially this type of
No,
white
it's
man.
because Trump won. That's
It
what
is.
it is.
It is,
Trump
for sure.
won, and he.
But Jacob, what you'll find happened was what Black Lou showed was that he followed the email chain that dials back to Christine saying, "What do you want us to promote?"
Yeah.
And Paul Virzi sending forward my new special, Reasons, man.
Oh, dude.
Which I kind of like more.
Now that we've said it so much, I really like Reasons, man.
I really do, man.
A comma. We should throw
yeah.
a comma in there for sure. Is it too late to get to the graphic artist? I know we're already running live for a bit.
I did it. I did it around 5 o'clock rushing. It's my fault, Christine.
well,
I would never take the. First of all,
first
don't
of all,
turn me into that.
I'm gonna say
I'm
this, Paul.
Sicilian.
Paul.
I don't do that to people,
Yeah,
especially
you-
good
you-
people like Christine.
You did do it to her.
I didn't know.
You did it to her. You knew you sent the email, and then when he sent it to he read it wrong, and then he took the hit, and then it went over to Christine. You felt the vibe, and in your brain you were like, "Oh shit!"
No,
did
I
do
looked
that?
at Lou and I
And
go, it
now-
was me, and he nodded his head. I didn't think Lou would do that to me. The way he came over with the water, the way he brought me to my seat, I was like, oh, this guy's all about me being here today. And then he was like, hey, Jay, look at this piece of shit. Look what this piece of shit
That's
just
'cause
did.
Dude, look, he's wearing a uniform for a reason. That's the Bonfire uniform.
And that's
He's
why
wearing
you, my
Bonfire
friend Paul
camo.
Virzi, are part eggplant.
And
some Pivens in here.
and you know what? You don't get a Piven. I think Black Lou deserves a Piven. for
Black
that.
Lou. Killer Piven, my friend.
And I
Right
think-
there. You know what?
Thank you.
That might be a dual Piven. You brought content to the show and you threw somebody under the bus. Two of my favorite things.
Can I make it? Can I make a suggestion without losing one
Was
of my
Piven
Pivens?
here?
Could I?
Covet those Pivens.
I'm holding these Pivens close to my heart. Christine was thrown under the bus. She's sick. She's home. Thrown under the bus for being a dummy and not right. And it wasn't her. It was not her. I think one Piven should be given back to her, so she's only down 2.
Christine, without even being present, has earned more Pivens than she has when she's been out. It's our new system of reward, Paul.
Okay.
You see, Jeremy Piven flyers for a weekend ago were left in this room for some reason.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what, it's just it's a mind fuck that you put some value on anything that means nothing.
Right.
People get very excited for it now. You haven't received a Piven yet, and all Pivens come back home at the end of the day because every day's a new system.
You don't
Okay.
get to.
I don't get to take the Piven with me.
No, are you crazy?
No.
You can't take a Piven.
But you'll see if you earn a Piven, and it'll just happen out of the blue
Right.
if you earn it.
Okay.
Feels good.
Does it?
Yeah, watch. Jacob, honest to God, just for being like fucking pleasant today and smiling, you get a Piven.
Thank you.
No way, dude. You're not getting a
Wow.
Piven. You see how much it hurts him?
Wow.
Look how
Wow.
it's a stupid piece of paper, but he
thought
wants
I
it
was
more than
giving
anything.
What
I
do you
just
have to do to get
stonewalled
one?
him.
No, that's the thing. You
What,
don't. You
what
don't
constitute? Like, what do I?
You don't know what earns a Piven. It could be anything. You could be asked a question, answer it right, and you get a Piven. You could say something brilliant, and we all laugh and get a Piven.
Okay.
You could whatever you do. You don't know what it is, and then you get a Piven. So you can't think about it. Don't think about it.
Can
Don't
I
get-
sign it? I'm sorry, Christine, and give her one that she
No,
keeps.
no.
can't.
There's only one Piven we're writing. I'm writing on it right now. In fact, Jacob, if you wouldn't do me a favor here, I do feel bad about waving that to prove a point because I saw how good your face get. You are going to get the loaner. We have a loaner emotional support Piven that I will loan out like a library card. If you wouldn't mind just jotting your name down there and the day and the time. And then when you get it back, I have to initialate or I will consider it stolen.
Yo, Lou did some dirty shit. Now that I'm picturing how that went down, he was like this. Yo, Jay, come here for a second.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's like, he went there. He was like, oh, we gotta. That was fucking.
He was standing with pee-pee pants all over. He couldn't wait.
Yeah. All right. Well, I fucked up. I'm sorry. I rushed.
Man, you know what? Everybody has reasons, man.
Oh, stop.
Hey, man, why'd you fuck up your plugs? Reasons, man. So many reasons.
Hey, if Reasons Man versus Reasonable gets me more views, go check it out. It's doing well. Fuck it.
You should, AKA Reasons Man. Just two things. I don't know how they're going to find it. I just wanted to find it.
Yeah.
How long's it been out for now?
A month. It's been out for 4 weeks now. So
nice.
This week, yeah.
That's a month.
Yeah, this week.
YouTube releases are so stressful for the person who puts it out. No one can understand that. I guess influencers do. When you put out a special, it's such a culmination of work. This isn't like,
dude,
hey, I'm going to go parkour today, and or make fun of an old lady on camera. This is like, it's been a year and a half, 2 years or more of like putting something together, and then it comes out, and you get to watch every view like crawl up. You're like, God damn.
Oh, dude, it is. It was so nuts. Like the night of, I'm like, all right, we opened up with 10K, okay. Then the next day I'm waking up in the morning. Then my kids are like, Dad, your special's at like 20. And I'm like, oh shit. But every day until, and then like producers and people are like, once you get to, they were like, hopefully you get to 100K by like January, February. I'm like, I want to be at 100K like in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just nerve wracking. You put up your own money, you do your own promotion. It's nuts, man. But I like it better, because I had to wait. Both specials, I had to wait so long. The Comedy Central one, Netflix was like, so is like April of 20, and now you do it yourself and you put it out yourself. You do the artwork, you approve everything. So I liked it better for sure.
My concern, I said I have something over Netflix, but it's like they said it takes them a long time to say yes. They say no very quickly. So I guess it's good they haven't said anything yet. But also, part of you's like, if you say no now, I would have this out already, like a month ago.
Yeah, mine was 9 months from when I did it. It was 9 months.
Brutal.
I think I'm going to put my next special on Punch Up Live.
Well, why not? It's your company.
It's not my company.
No, you have a major stake in it. That's why you push it to everybody.
I do not have a major.
Do you?
No, but you pay.
I don't listen to him.
But you have full kickbacks because you get it's a system where you give people.
I get nothing.
Yeah, you have your coupons. You sign people up.
I get no coupons.
It's like,
you motherfucker.
It's like DirecTV.
I do not. Don't listen. Are you listening to him?
Oh, okay. No. I just.
It's like DirecTV where you.
It's not.
Give other people. We tell other people to get DirecTV.
It's a comedy pyramid scheme.
It's a
Ponzi Kelly.
It's a QR code. It's a QR code. If you scan it. No,
Ponzi says, "Hey, you're fucked."
Well, because when you put a special out on YouTube, they will demonetize it and they will not show it.
All right, Arthur Ponzarelli.
But if you put it up there, there's no censorship up there. You can put whatever you want up there. As long as it's funny.
Let's challenge that. I want you to put up a special where you slide subliminally the N-word in every joke of yours.
Every joke?
100% of jokes.
But like the way Patrice would do it?
No, rhythmically, where it would fit in. Do you know when we do this? Me and Fenoy had this conversation this weekend.
Be careful with this one.
No, it's very good. Do you know when curse words or the N-word fit into a lot of songs in fun ways? I'm not talking about racism. I'm talking about like a black person would say it in a song, but in a song that wouldn't make sense, like Foreigner's Double Vision. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Can you just do it without doing it?
No.
Okay.
I
Double Vision. And right at the end?
Well, that's more of a curse one.
Oh, okay.
Where you throw curse words in. I forget the point we were making anyway.
Look in my
don't do that.
eyes. Right there? I got double. Where would you put it? I don't know.
Sure. That's a good place for it. Absolutely.
Well, after look in my eyes?
Yeah. It's a good 2-syllable word. Pops in there nice. It's easy. It's even. If it was 3 syllables, it'd be difficult to find a spot for it.
Yeah.
Don't stop believing. Right there?
Yeah. Yes. Or no. More like after feeling. And then right before streetlights.
After streetlights.
Streetlights. People. Right, I get it. I love it. Yeah. Maybe like a little Bon Jovi. You could throw it in there too, right?
Oh, I'm sure.
Dude, you know what's nuts? The older I'm getting, I'm starting to listen to, because I know you guys were talking about before. The older I'm getting, I'm starting to like Dude, the other day I was jamming in my car, flying on the highway, blasting Hysteria by Def Leppard. Fucking incredible.
It's an unbelievable song, too.
Dude, it's an unbelievable song.
The crescendo, killer.
Oh, my God.
They were a
Say
great band.
you will. Doom, doom,
No,
doom,
yeah.
doom, doom, doom.
Yeah. Are you alone tonight?
But I'll tell you exactly why it's happening. It's pure nostalgia, like anything else
Yes.
TV. And how old are you now?
We're getting older, dude. 45.
You're 45. I'm 47.
46, yeah.
I'm 47 in December. Bobby, I think, 59,
No,
62?
I'm not fucking,
What?
dude. I'm 54, you
54.
piece of shit.
Bobby's 54. Jacob's in his early 70s. Lou's in his 50s. And the thing is, you drive around, these songs hit you a different way
Dude.
now. Even the ones you didn't over harp on hysteria when I was younger.
Yeah.
But now it's
The
a thing.
older-
You go, yeah, it takes you back. You're just like, oh shit, I'm in my mom's car
I'm into Cuba.
right
Yeah.
now. It's like I couldn't believe what was important to me back then and how far away I am from that.
Well, my mom and dad used to listen to like Steve Winwood. Remember Steve Winwood? Stevie
course.
Winwood had some bangers back then for those people. That
I'll
was
tell
their.
you what, my a couple. Steve Winwood was a little long. I looked at him like Rick Astley, even though I know he's more talented for sure.
Billy Joel was big.
What about Collins?
I remember being at my
All day long.
Dude, Phil Collins,
I was at
greatest.
my uncle's house, and Billy Joel's Glass Houses came out, and they had this big party. All my uncles and aunts and my mother and everyone there, and they had this massive party, wine, and remember they used to have
For the release of Glass Houses?
dude, they were playing the record all night long.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying the party was for that. He
No.
goes, guys, Billy Joel just put out a new album, Glass Houses. I want everybody over here at 8 o'clock. BYOB.
It actually might have been. It might have been.
What are your parents like One Direction?
That was the one that was like the first time I actually remember hearing music and like everybody loving it and actually me getting into it was that album. Glass
It's a pretty
Houses.
fun song.
It's
good.
a great album.
It's a good, and also you can dance around while the adults tell you to dance, and like
Yeah.
look at little Bobby dancing, and you would just do your little.
I also remember
little
that my
moves.
feet stunk so bad they made me take my socks off and burn them in the fireplace.
Wow.
Wow, that's
hurt.
gross.
Oh,
Yeah.
they were starting to get drunk, huh?
Yeah, they were starting to get drunk.
What else can we burn?
Did you guys? Did you guys have kick? I had a kicker in the back. Did you have a kicker in your car?
What's that?
No.
You know what?
No. Bass tube.
Yeah, like a big, like your trunk is just the whole
Speaker.
speaker.
You know
and
why?
It just bangs and
Do you
thuds.
know why I didn't have that?
Why?
Because I wasn't Puerto Rican. That's why.
No, listen, he's
dude.
not wrong. The guys did this. I did not, never afforded a
Yeah.
system. The most I got was I went and got speakers once at like Circuit City that they installed, and
Like
it was
in the
just
doors?
a little bit better speakers. It
Yeah.
wasn't very good at all. The first time I got a faceplate you could take off, I was too old for it probably. Like I shouldn't have had that anymore. Then you had to bring it with you everywhere
Oh,
you
you
went.
mean the detachable where you put it in the case?
You have to put it in the case, then that becomes like it feels like a goddamn weapon in your pocket.
Yeah.
I did have the Blaupunk where you could take it out and you had to carry it into the club.
You had to carry the entire stereo. That was like the
Yeah.
entire guts of the stereo.
You had the handle.
Yeah.
You had
you had the handle.
like a
you, had,
Jeep.
lunchbox.
you had to walk into the club, and I remember I had the stereo in one hand, and I had the cell phone shoulder pack.
Yeah.
Remember the first cell phone?
Oh, I had Pioneer.
It was actually a phone with a cord and a battery pack that you had to sling over your shoulder. I remember I went into a sober nightclub with my Blaupunk in one hand and my huge cell phone battery pack in the other.
The first time somebody had a screen, like a full screen,
Yeah.
I got into someone's Escalade in like the late 90s. Like when they first came out, a guy we knew got an Escalade. And that screen, that right now I would call a piece of shit display on an awful car I would never want, was like, I felt like I was in a spaceship.
it was a
I'm
nut.
like, is that the title track and album cover on the screen?
Is that the- is that
Dude, is that
freaking me out.
changing colors? That's fucking changing colors with the beat.
Is that the bass going up and down? It knows the bass.
Dude, I had the kicker, and we would have all the hip hop. But I was the only kid in my high school. My buddy busted my fucking ball. I had a Phil Collins Greatest Hits disc on the floor of my car, and they were like, "What's this?" And I was like, "Dude, Phil Collins."
Phil Collins was good.
Dude, in the air. I mean,
Genesis,
In the
Phil
Air
Collins
Tonight?
era also.
in the
was
air tonight
fantastic.
on a kicker was kind of nuts.
In the air.
Well, that's what's funny too is getting those songs because like obviously it was like rap. So my friend Danny Rosini was
How's Danny
Great
doing?
name.
I don't
How's
know,
Danny
maybe-
Rosini doing?
I don't know. I think he had a pituitary problem. He might be dead, but he was.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just kidding. He's like, I mean, maybe he is, but he was about like 5 foot tall. He was tiny.
Yeah, his mother was too. But
Danny-
her sauce was banging.
Her sauce was bazooms.
Danny Rosini's mother's sauce.
No, he was a very freckly face. He didn't look like a Rosini, but he was. He didn't look very Italian though, but this tiny kid, and he got. He was the first of us to get a car in our kind of buddies, and he got a Monte Carlo. 2 bass tubes, 5 disc changer, and I mean all the speakers in the car. And I'm telling, one of the songs, the one that just reminds me or makes me remember the most, was because he would do the hip hop, and that was great. He wrote, it was Dr. Dre, Chronic, first thing came out. I mean, you go through down thumping that, it was great. It sounded awesome. But again, that was a time where everyone listened to everything. Mother by Danzig thumped on that thing. But to me, the funniest was Fade to Black. Because like you go through like thumping it, sort of turn their head, but the song is about nothing but suicide, and then the most emotional, like it's a shred guitar solo, but it really is like a painful. The song's about killing yourself.
Yeah.
You can't take it anymore, and just like 4 fucking wiggers driving around in a Monte Carlo, like, going to fucking change price tags on Jordans at fucking Modell's.
Italian kids had the great cars, right? He probably had the Dracar. Remember Dracar air fresheners?
Oh, man,
yeah, the cologne.
Well, everybody, all the coolest kids that pulled off, they must have been cheap or something because too many people had them. And I don't think they look cool anymore. I've lost the look for them. But the convertible mid-90s Mustang, the 5.0.
Yeah, Jay Moore had that.
They
car.
started to make them like circle-y, and that wasn't as fun. That was like, it was just like a different car. But that last one that was like kind of
You're talking about
boxy.
the Rag Top 5.0?
Yes.
That was, that was
That's the
fucking-
one. Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Yeah, that's a badass.
I mean,
car.
essentially one of them. Yeah, that's 92. Even if you get to probably 95, they started to go like bubbly, like it looked like a fucking Hyundai by the like end of the 90s.
Remember the Horizons? You don't remember the Horizons? Can you pull up a Horizon? It was like
Car?
It was boxy in the front, and then it had the back. My buddy would pick us up from high school, smoking his cigarette, just playing "I'll Make Love to You" by Boys to Men, and that fucking thing.
Oh yes,
yeah.
I
You
do
remember that? And his color was almost like the one on the far left.
My mom
the
had
red?
My mom. I took my license test on a stick shift Chevette, a white Chevette, which is the same.
No, it's like it's almost their version.
Exact
of,
looking car, and
Yeah.
I mean that car. My stereo was, and I didn't even think anything of it. It was a boombox in my back seat that I had. I forget what the tape was, but the CD. No, I'm sorry.
You mean like a radio?
A boombox? Yeah, like a radio. And I would have to reach back, and I could play. The CD was, I believe, Judgment Night soundtrack. It was the first CD I ever got. And then the tape I had in the tape deck was Onyx, Back the Fuck Up.
Oh, dude.
And I could just alternate back in those. But it was a real like. There's no auto reverse, so you had to like take the tape out and flip it around, and clack it back up.
I had my.
While I'm stick shifting a fucking
So dangerous.
tight clutch.
I took my license in my uncle's '67 4-door Chevy Impala.
So definitely stick shift.
Buddy, it was so hard to drive this fucking jalopy. I don't think it had the power steering really didn't work that well. And I remember
You had to start it like Daniel
that
LaRusso's
was it.
mom. You had to
Dude,
push it.
That's it right there, dude. But it was a box. It was
the
like
Munsters
beat up.
car.
Dude, I remember I was at the beach in Revere Beach where they cruise up and down the boardwalk, and I pulled up to this hot chick. And I rolled my window down, but it just fell off the track and went sideways. And she went, "Get a new car." And I just had to grab the window and kind of wheel it back up with my both hands.
Oh, I remember that.
Dude, having a girl you like get in your car when high hair was still a thing and it's touching your falling. And like, if the best thing, what you do is before she got in the car, you would touch it to the styrofoam so it would grab a little bit. And then you just slowly see like one finger of it come down and you're like, you're just driving, staring at the thing like, hey. And you got to tell them, you know you've lost the night though of being totally cool, and when you have to acknowledge, and he goes, you can just push that back up.
Yeah.
Just mush.
Dude, I had the Starsky and Hutch car, the Gran Torino.
Nice.
But the wires got melted together. So
How?
the thing heated up and they just had the wires melted together. So I was on a date with the girl and she's like, "I'm cold. Can we turn the heat on?" I go, "Yeah." In the glovey, there's 2 wires. Just connect them together, and sparks would shoot out, and then the heat would turn on. It was bad.
Jesus
I had a
Christ.
280ZX with no floorboards. So I just had the carpet over the floorboards, and it started to rain, and we went through a puddle, and it just shot
Splashed
up.
up.
Buddy, remember the high hair? Her hair, she looked like this beautiful dog, and then she just looked like a wet poodle. She goes, "Take me home." I was like,
I'm over this.
Did you pass your road test the first time?
I did the first time, yeah. But
No,
here's the thing,
I
Phil.
did. They didn't. I feel like if they would have called it a K turn back then, I would have done it the right way. They called it a 3-point turn, and I was like, I did it in 3 points, but my first move was I think I did it in 2 points is what I did. I pulled all the way up.
Oh, so you were a better driver.
I pulled all the way up and backed up
Yeah.
and went the other way. And I was like, 2 points. And he was like, right, but you've smashed into a car that's behind you now.
Shit.
And I'm like, he's like, you have to go. The idea is you turn forward first, then back up, then go. That's a 3-point turn.
Yeah.
My immediate move was like, oh, fuck that. I go, I can just back up and then pull out that way.
Because you're already driving.
Not much. Not much. It just made sense to me when I did that. I passed my writing one the first time.
I failed the writing one twice. Passed it the third time. I go to the road test, and we had to pull out of this park, and it was a big 4 intersection, and I let it go from red to green to and he just goes, we could sit here, like I didn't even start yet. I pull up and he just goes, so we could sit here all day if you want because the light keeps changing. And I never knew, it was like a really difficult one. And then after that, I'm like, I failed, and then I nailed everything because I felt like I could I was like, fuck it. I just did everything. 3-point turn.
Borrowed money now.
I was like, house money. There's no way he's going to pass. And he just sits there. I'll never forget. He takes the clipboard and he goes, well, I suggest you get the manual and you really you read up on intersections. And then he goes, but you passed. You had enough. And I was like, fuck yeah. But I was like doomed from the gate.
You know, and
you remember that back in the day, though? Like, we all had buckets. Nobody had a good car. Your first 3 cars
hunk of shit.
were just shit. But like now, it seems like there's no more shit cars. Like I never see a bucket.
Well, even the idea when people said that bar mitzvah kids would still when they were buying their car, it wasn't like a holy shit. This Monte Carlo was a piece of shit. He just got it and put this whole stereo in it. I'm sure it was like at the end of the day,
but why don't kids
a hunk of shit car?
When was the last time you saw a hunk of shit car? Like
no, there's no rust anymore. You notice
that? It
that?
doesn't exist.
No, there's no rust
they're
because
plastic.
Yeah,
they're
like
plastic
remember the rust around the wheels? That's like you would flick it, you could just the car would disintegrate. That doesn't happen now.
It would look better if you just kicked off some of that rust. Yeah, I had the '87 Honda Accord hatchback that everyone had. Like space blue or gray, whatever it was. '87 Honda Accord hatchback. I mean, that's car. I mean, everyone has. I had the one right in the middle there is definitely the one I have. Those lights flipped up, and I was like, well, the future's now, everybody. Look out.
It was like your Tesla.
Those are badass.
Oh, great. Kurt Metzger got that car stolen for me.
I had a Hyundai 2-door hatchback.
Yeah.
5-speed. I remember Hyundai. But
really?
They never, a hatchback. And my move was to bring the girls in the back, and I would put their legs up on the back of the hatchback and fucking go down. Oh yeah, I fucking love it. Right there. Hyundai hatchback.
You had a chick?
Is that
a chick in the back of that?
No, that's a Mercury. A Hyundai.
What I thought was really funny when a kid would try to soup up a car that was hilariously cheap, like a fucking Dodge Neon with like fucking strobe lights underneath. You're like, it's better. When people would deck out the car that I had, which several of my friends did, made more sense. That you're putting cool things on like an older car. To get a brand new Dodge Neon, like you've committed that you wanted a new car over a cool car.
You know why that was though? I swear to God, it was Fast and the Furious. When Fast and the Furious came out, people made their Civics. They put wings on the back of their Civics. They put fucking blue lights and shit.
You're not wrong. It was pretty hilarious.
It was.
Yeah. I do remember that. Regular cars, like a Ford Escort, but it's got fucking big wheels in the back, small wheels in the front.
That opening scene where the Asian kid was playing a video game in the car. Kids were putting shit in. Yeah.
Look at this tricked out Dodge Neon. That'd be dope to have now. Like now it'd be awesome to have a tricked out Dodge Neon.
One of the reasons also is the Neon put an SRT engine in it. So it was a 4-cylinder turbo, which is faster than it had ever been before.
Nobody was racing their Dodge Neons.
I've never had a fast car.
Really?
No, I never ever got a
speed.
The nice car I had.
How about Tracy Chapman's fast car?
Remember
you had that fast car?
A Maximus? Is that what it's called? Maximum?
Yeah.
No,
Maxima.
I got a Maximum when I was delivering. It was Maxima. Right, Nissan. That's it, yeah. 4-door Maxima, that was hot.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Maxima was, people loved the Maxima. My friend Mike Vada got a Maxima, and it was funny. It's when everybody started slowly putting things on their cars, and you could do a lot with like tape, the pinstripe tape, but they would do things on the windows.
Flames and shit. Oh, okay.
They would do things on the windows. And what he got done was, and it's funny, you know when some of your friends believe their nonsense more than others, but everyone just kind of goes together, and it'll make more sense when I explain. I started doing comedy, and I wasn't around my day-to-day friends much anymore. And so while I was off, like, driving to New York all the time, they were hanging out, and they decided that these 8 or so white kids and one black friend were going to be called the Second Mafia.
Oh, no.
Oh,
and I didn't know. And I came home one day and I saw on the back of Mike's car, it said 2M. I mean, shittily written in thing. And I was like, what's that? And he goes, but he's trying to do it. He's like, I don't know. It's just some design I thought of or whatever. I go, 2 M's very specific, though. I mean, your name's not Mike anything with an M, so there's not 2 M's there. Like, what does it mean? I just see him not wanting to tell me. You just got to find the one kid who believes, and he goes, Second Mafia, dude. He's like, that's our crew now. I go, that's your crew of, we all live on the golf course. Like, we all moved to South Jersey to not be part of gangs and stuff. You guys are starting a gang, and our clubhouse is walking around the pool or the the neighborhood beautiful
Country club,
the beautiful fucking basketball courts we have. It was like we all moved to not be around this.
What is it with Philly people that have to have gangs?
It's not even Philly people. It's white kids. The 90s hit white kids hard in the corny, and if you weren't prepared,
wait one fucking minute. That's a
Thank
pivot.
you.
That was one of the greatest sayings I've ever heard.
It hit us. You gotta remember, white kids went from being there's the 50s and the 60s and the 70s where the black kids were being like dominated and overpowered. Then everybody figured out they were way cooler, better dancers, dressed better, bigger dicks, the whole thing. Yeah. And then white kids started adopting the culture. But if you weren't going to adopt the culture fully, do you know what I mean? Like in personality, that's the thing for me. Like I did the look, but I never did the personality at all.
I did dumb shit. Like I would sell weed, but like just to like profit $20. Like I remember I got in the back of this car and this black dude came in and he just goes, yo man, you're not going to fuck me, right? On this, you're going to get me my money? And I'm like, yeah. And like my buddy goes, dude, this is a horrible deal. Like I don't even think there's enough weed to get him back his money. And I just wanted to sell it. So like I literally broke even just selling bags of weed. It was so stupid.
But yeah, just trying to do those things. So we were trying to keep up in the 90s, and we felt fucking corny. So if you were going to try to not be corny and also not be like a obvious like fake wigger kid, which is where you had to show up with your car had to be tight. That was the way. So it's like people would go all out. But I did every fucking thing you can do. I mean, purchasing goggles to wear on my hat sideways on my head is pretty insane.
That's top.
I'm gonna leave.
That's
what the fuck?
Oakley goggles on the hat.
Ski goggles.
Not ski. I guess they are. Yeah, I guess they are. At a point, they were just called goggles because no one was using them for skiing. They was just a look for a minute. And then those beach queefs, fucking the Offspring made Pretty Fly for a white guy, and then everyone realized like, holy shit, dude, we're all dressed like this joke they're making.
Oh yeah.
Give it to me, baby.
Yeah. That was tough, man.
I'm so glad I never went through my wigger stage.
I had a buddy go, dude, should we all get like white bandanas and put them on our belts? And
I did have the Def Leppard bandana on the leg, the thigh.
Sure.
And I actually wore to a dance once the red bandana around my neck, like a handkerchief with a muscle shirt.
No, it was the switch. We had it for a minute. If you look at the beginning of breakdancing, when breakdancing going, they were dressed like heavy metal people.
Yeah.
Because it was like rock star type shit. Then it started developing its own thing and got away from that.
Yeah.
So then you were corny if you were wearing, but that was the thing for everybody was wearing a bandana around their neck and tied up ones around their wrists and everything. And the breakdancers all did that. But once hip hop became its own style, baggy, the open boots, kind of like the urban kind of winter kind of thing, that look came in and it really changed everything. And now if you were, no one ever talks about that. What killed hair metal? Hip hop, possibly. You were so corny if you dressed in tight pants.
Did you see
that.
Fat Joe come out for the Yankees?
Yeah.
When he came out, and it was so New York because the Timbos were just open, and he had everything, and then we fucking got smoked.
I'll tell you why it was.
We got smoked, and they said it was his fault.
Why it was so New York is that like it's still the World Series is still supposed to be a family event of America's pastime, favorite sport of baseball. And then right away, it's everybody. Fat Joe goes, I don't give a fuck about your thing. And you're like, yo, dude. Okay.
Yeah, because Ice Cube's was like kind of L.A. and kind of laid back and cool. And then Fat Joe came out so hard. And he was just
pussy.
He's like, lean back. On your face. Lean back. And there's like a little girl with cotton candy with her dad.
Nuts on your mom's face all day. Paul Virzi's new special.
Oh, come on. I was going to do it. I'll tell you right now, Reasonable Man is streaming.
No. Because he's here now.
I know.
So now you go,
right.
Paul Virzi's new special.
Paul Virzi's new special, Reasonable Man, is streaming right now on YouTube. He's also going to be at the Comedy Connection in Providence, Rhode Island.
It's
November
all the way
22nd, 23rd. For tickets and all of the tour dates, visit paulvirzi.com. And make sure you check out Big J this weekend.
No, Bone the Pick with you two. That's why I was going to do it.
All right, go do it.
Bone the Pick is the podcast. You get it wherever you get and download your podcast. Make sure you rate, review, and like it, everybody. Bone the Pick. Sweeping the nation right now.
And Big J's going to be at Louisville Comedy Club this weekend, November 5th and 16th. Houston, Philly, St. Louis, all other stuff. He's bigjcomedy.com and the Comedy Dojo with the Skanks in Jersey, New Year's Eve.
Bobby Kelly, Morris Plains, New Jersey, Beacon, New York, and Kansas City, all on deck. And every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. at the Fat Black Pussycat, punchup.live/Robert Kelly. I think the show's over.
Don't forget to get the Holiday Spectacular Tuesday the 17th, 7 p.m. Village Underground, New York City. Reserve your tickets now. ComedySellar.com.